warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Bella Wandari. I will explain about an introduction to the philosophy of science. Chapter 1, Philosophy in brief. The philosophy defined. The philosophy means love of wisdom. It is derived from the Greek philos love and sophia wisdom. The word philosophy was first introduced by Pythagoras. Love of wisdom essentially means the pursuit of knowledge of wide coverage. The aims and values of philosophy. Philosophy is an endeavor aimed at fulfilling the needs, especially actualizing the needs higher than maintenance needs. Roger cited and Velasquez contends that the most sought after aim is a fully functioning person. Velasquez holds that there are 5 characteristics of a fully functioning person. First, a fully functioning person has the ability to form his or her own opinions and beliefs. Second, fully functioning means profound self-awareness. Third, flexibility serves as the third characteristic of self-actualization. Self-actualized people are generally creative. And the last, fully functioning people have clearly conceptualized, well thought out value system in morality, the arts, politics, and so on. The history of philosophy. Philosophy as a principle and affair began in more than 2,500 years ago. Miller identifies that Western philosophy came to appear about 600 before Christ in the person of Thales. Philosophy can be classified into several periods ranging from 600 before Christ to the present era. Some classifies philosophy phases into 4. First, the ancient philosophy. The ancient philosophy divided into 3 periods: the pre-Socratic, the Sophists and Socrates, and the post-Aristotelian ancient philosophy. The second, the medieval philosophy. The medieval philosophy is the philosophy of Western Europe and Middle East during the Middle Ages, roughly extending from the fall of the Roman Empire to the Renaissance. The modern philosophy. The modern philosophy began with the fall of skepticism and the rise of modern physical science. The last, the contemporary philosophy. Within the 20th century, philosophy has increasingly become an activity practiced within the university, and accordingly, it has become specialized and more distinct from the natural science. The major areas of philosophy. Philosophy divided into 3 major areas. Metaphysics. Metaphysics is the study of general or ultimate characteristic of reality or existence. Epistemology, also known as theory of or study of knowledge. Epistemology studies about the nature of knowledge, the rationality of belief, and justification. Ethics, also known as moral philosophy. Like any other part of philosophy, ethics uses reason, logic, concept, and philosophical explanation to analyze its problem and its answer. Chapter 2, Theory of Knowledge. The notion of knowledge. The notion of knowledge is the heart and soul of philosophy that has been written since the beginning 17th century. Requirements for knowledge. The first, the belief as a necessary condition. Belief can be identified as stored information that can be brought to consciousness, but not always on stage to consciousness. The third, as a necessary condition for knowledge to become, for belief to become knowledge, it has to be true. To prove something to be true, one can apply the theories of truth. Three theories of truth are: first, the correspondence theory of truth. The correspondence theory of contents that truth is an agreement between a proposition and a fact. The coherence theory of truth. Coherence, a statement is true if only if it coherent with all true statements. The justification is a necessary condition. A justification of the pragmatic theory of truth. Pragmatic truth can be identified only in relation to consequences. The justification as a necessary condition. Justification is necessary for knowledge because knowledge is used to make plans and actions. The origins of knowledge. First, human born knowing nothing whatsoever. Some claims as soon as baby is born, he or she has brought along with him or her some basic instinctual capacity or knowledge, and human beings had been endowed with all the knowledge prior to their birth. The origins of knowledge. First, skepticism. Skepticism, everything is doubtful and questionable. In a sense, everyone is a skeptic. And then Miller classifies three varieties of skepticism. First, classical empiricism, modern empiricism, and empiricism, common sense empiricism, philosophical skepticism, and the absolute skepticism. Empiricism is one general view of the basis of knowledge. It emphasizes experience as the source of knowledge. Empiricism divided into three: classical empiricism, modern empiricism, and radical empiricism. Rationalism. Rationalism is epistemological theory which is part empiricism. Reason as the basis of knowledge. Rationalism is the belief that at least some knowledge about reality can be acquired through reason, independently of sense experience. Rationalism as held by Plato and Descartes. Plato claims that genuine knowledge is based on the true realities. Descartes was repelled by the contradiction he discovered among philosophers. Contemporary rationalism and problem of certainty. Contemporary philosophy has been dominated by empirist epistemology, according to Miller. The theories of image of ideas are looked upon as acquired leftovers from our philosophical past. The search for knowledge is virtually something built-in in human beings. It might be appropriate to state that humans being not only know to like but also like to know. The possession of true knowledge is the most important ingredient of a happy life. Chapter 3. Some basic notion about science. The notion of science. Science in a loose sense, in the view of empiricism, can be considered to have originated since about 600 before Christ. The first figure born in Miletus across the Aegean Sea from Athens. Thales began the critical search for true knowledge. Knowledge claims first post-positivism. Post-positivism claims that science is a source of true knowledge. Post-positivism refers to the thinking after positivism, challenging the traditional notion of the absolute truth of knowledge. Constructivism. This position claims knowledge through an alternative process and a set of assumptions which hold that individuals seek understanding of the world in which they live and work. Advocacy or participatory knowledge claim. This position arose during 1980s and 1990s from those who felt that the post-positivist assumption imposed structural laws and theories that did not fit marginalized individuals or groups. Pragmatic knowledge claim. Pragmatism derived from the work of Peirce, James and Dewey, cited in Creswell. Scientific method. The first is inductive reasoning. Inductive reasoning. A conclusion is reached by observing example. Deductive reasoning is a thinking process in which one process from general to specific statement using prescribed rule or logic. Hypothetical method and plausibility. In formulating a hypothesis, the scientists turn away from sense to reason and attempt to create new relationship, new structures or connection, and to organize this into a theory that orders, systemize, and explain his sense observation. Scientists' attitudes and the assumption they made. The assumption, the most important assumption the scientists, the positivist in particular, made is that the events are awful or ordered, and this is the reason that the nature can be discovered through observation, experimentation, and confirmation. The attitudes. First, scientists maintain a highly skeptical attitude toward the data of science. Second, scientists are objective and impartial. Scientists deal with fact, not values. And the last, scientists are not satisfied with isolated facts but seek to integrate and systemize their findings. Scientific truth. First, the instrumentalist view is much related to the pragmatic theory of truth. The realist view is a version of corresponding theory of knowledge. The conceptual relativist view. This position coherent with the coherence theory of truth knowledge. Scientific theory. Characteristic of theory. First, a theory must meet the principle of parsimony. and explain the observed fact relating to a particular problem. A theory must be consistent with the observed fact with the already established knowledge. A theory must provide means for its verification, and a theory should stimulate new discoveries and indicate further areas in need of investigation. Chapter 4. A scientific development, Kuhnia scientific revolution. Traditional philosophies of science such as positivism and logical positivism accepted the rationality of science. Pseudoscience a great deal philosophers of science distinguish science from pseudoscience. Epistemological anarchism. Bird as cited in class West names Feyerabend's approach to science, epistemological anarchism. Science as a social institution. Thomas Kuhn introduced the idea that philosophers, historians of science have recently agreed that science has socially been shaped. Chapter 5. History of science, mythopolitical science. History of science as an academic field began with the publishing of William Whewell's History of the Inductive Science, first published in 1837. Rational science, first science in early cultures. Science in early cultures. Ancient civilization made some progress in science. Science in the Middle Ages. Western Roman Empire lost contact with much of its part. Early modern science. Most historians hold that the scientific revolution began in 1543 when the Revolutionibus by Nicolaus Copernicus was published in 2009. Modern and contemporary science. Scientific revolution was viewed as a condition of modern science. During the 19th century, the practice of science became professional and institutionalized in ways which continue through the 20th century. I think that's all. Thank you for your attention. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam.